Welcome back everybody. So guys, in this lecture we'll be talking about some more things of the CSS. We just talked about how we can just simply use the CSS and what is the CSS. But now I just want to guide you how we can use the internal and external CSS. So here, okay, this is a paragraph. It's looking cool. I'm just going down and adding another P. And inside this P, this paragraph tag, I'm just putting something like the second paragraph. Okay, awesome. Save it. Now going to the browser to check this out and going there and refreshing the page. Okay, now I've got two paragraphs. Okay, cool. Now I just want to apply the same designing everything just like I did previously to this one. So what I just need to do, I just need to have the same coding again, color blue as I already put it, the background color, and I just want to put the red, so I just put it red and save it. Now go to the browser back and save it. Go to the browser and refresh the page. So now you will get the same thing there too. Okay, both are colored, both have a background color, everything is fine and everything is awesome. But the problem is don't repeat yourself. Dry coding, the best rule is called dry coding, means don't, always remember this code, don't repeat your self. Okay, this is a way we always use. So you can see that there we are just repeating ourselves. So I'm just removing that, and now I'm just going to go to the internal CSS. I'm going there, and now you remember that we just put it the style as the attribute, and they're inside the head. Now the head, another use of the head is adding the style tag. Okay, and the type is not necessary, but you can mention it, but this is not necessary. This is okay. Okay, the text slash css etc is not important, leave that by the way. So here in a style tag we can simply put the same style, like I'm just copying that and pasting there. Okay, awesome. But how we'll be telling, just suppose I'm just deleting this from there and from there too, so like that. Okay, now if I just go to the browser and refresh the page, I won't get anything. Okay, the style has gone. But why? When we had this here, but the problem is, just suppose I just want to apply this style to only first P or only second P, or maybe I have some h1 tags like this one, so I just want to apply the heading, I just want to apply the design this style to this one. So how to identify from which this is going to be applied? So I'm just going there. We have to mention the tag name, or we can select the element by multiple ways, but for now I'm just selecting them by tag name. I'm just selecting P. So every P, maybe this P, or if we have a lot of paragraph tags, so all the paragraph tags will be affected by this. Okay, line break. Okay, simply cut that off and paste this here. Now it's inside the P, the paragraph tag. Okay, the paragraph tag, I just simply press the tag name, and then I apply the same design, and the curly braces, I open the curly braces and put the code inside the curly braces, saved it, and I go to the browser, and automatically both of them now has the color. You can see that. Okay, great. Now if you just want to apply the same thing to the h1 or something different, you need to do this, go inside, and then the color brown, and the background color, which is not really necessary, but if you just want, you can. Light green. Okay, that's another nice color. Go there and refresh that. So now light green, and there is the brown color applied there. Okay, cool. Okay, I do not want to save that. Okay, cool. Now what more I just want to do, I just want to go down there, and I'm doing something more. I just want to guide you some more things. There are two attributes we didn't talk about yet, the ID and the class. ID means, you know, identity of any element. ID must be unique. So maybe you just want to apply to this P only, a single P. So how you'll be calling a single P? you can call the single p by the id. I'm just applying the id here. Now the name, the id, the value of the id can be anything. I can put anything at the value of the id, like cup, tea, period, or the bottle, anything you just want. You just have, actually these things I have around myself, so I'm just telling these things. So you can put anything here. I'm just typing second as second para, something like that. Okay, the id name, the id value, I just put it as second para. Now here we can call the second para, and how we will be calling that, to calling the id inside the style attribute, style tag, actually you have to put the hash sign. After the hash sign you can put the value of the id. There is the id, the second para id. Inside the value of second para, this sign was necessary. Without this sign you just cannot tell the browser that this is the id, and the value won't be considered as the id. Okay, second para, and I'm applying the design to it, and now I'm just simply cutting that off from there and pasting it here. Now I'm not applying anything to the p tag, h1 and the second para. Save it. Now go to the browser and refresh that. Okay, now only the second para has the color. You can see that. You should not apply the id to this one. Any HTML, there is no problem, because HTML is a kind of loose language for now. The HTML5 is a loose version, but when we will be going to the JavaScript, it's strictly prohibited to use the id multiple times, or applying the same id, same value of the id to multiple elements like that. So it is not recommended. Okay. Now because we are not playing with the tags, suppose I'm just adding some more tags. I can even apply the designs to the ul or the ol, whatever you want. I'm just making a ul here. I just want you to guide about the CSS as much as I can, so I'm just doing this. I'm doing my duty, by the way. The value of the li, I'm just putting 1. Duplicate, oh my, copy, because of the Camtasia I'm running, it's not making me copying or duplicating, so no problem. I'll be doing something for that later, but no problem for now. 3, okay, save it. I'm going to the browser, I'm refreshing the page. Okay, now you can see that the value there. Now if I just apply the same id, I'm not gonna apply the same id, by the way. I'm gonna make the class for now. You know, the id is a unique id, and the class means a same class can have multiple elements in itself. So to call the class, we simply need to call the class like that, class, and the value in a class I'm just putting as first class, whatever I got in my mind, I just put it. So there, how to call the class inside the style tag, dot, period, or dot, whatever you say, and then the value, class. Okay, now whatever you put inside it, like the color green, save it. And one more thing, it is more good if I just press the line break right after that. In this way, every element should be in a single line, so that looks more cool. Go there and refresh that. Now you can see that all they became green, but in the meantime, because it's a class, so I can apply the same class to this one too, in this way. First class, and save it. Now go to the browser and refresh it, and it's not getting applied. And why it's not getting applied? Because I did something wrong. Yeah, the class spelling was not good, so refresh that. It's green now. Okay, it's green now. We applied this here, but later we applied the first class. So first it got this one, the color brown, then it just got the updation. The first class also applied here, so it just picked the first class, because we are calling this one after calling this one. So first it reads this, then suddenly got this one, so applied it. By the way, we can remove that things from here. Now you can see that how multiple styles can be applied to each element, to a single element. You can see that the green and the green, the light green and the green, the h1 by using the h1 property. H1 property, I applied the background color and the light green, and by using the class I just applied the color as green. So this is how the classes and the IDs and the directly tag works in CSS. This is how CSS selectors works. I hope you got it, whatever I just told you, and the internal CSS. Next class will be the external CSS, so stay tuned and goodbye.